Okay, so for the collage assignment, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and click on this assignment here in Schoology. You're gonna go ahead and click on the file because that's the one you need to download. Okay, so it's a PSD file. So in order to open that, you're gonna need to go to photop.com, and then you're gonna go to open from computer. Okay, so you will want to open up that file. Student copy. This is what it's supposed to look like. There we go. So what we need to do in this one, we're gonna go ahead and move these items. So there's 6 items that we need to move, and we're gonna be using different tools in order to move them up. So there's different selection tools. We have these right here, which is rectangle select, ellipse, lasso, magnetic. We're not gonna get into this one. Magic wand, quick select, and object select. Each of them work really different. One of the things we have to keep in mind is the options on top as well with this assignment. So we're gonna go ahead and there's a C coin, so let's go ahead and zoom into that one. And you could go ahead and pause anytime you want so that you can figure this out. So the first one we're gonna do is called the quick selection. And what I'm gonna do is, okay, so you saw the little message, so it analyzed the entire image there. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the C coin. Okay, and you're gonna notice that the entire frame here, whatever is red, and the C coin got selected. So the whole thing is selected. All right, we're just trying to select the actual C coin. So we want to get rid of the red. Okay, so that means we need to subtract from it, right? So at the top, there's this option for subtract. We're gonna click on that one. We're gonna move our cursor back to the red area and the red area only. You're gonna click once. Once you click once, you're gonna see how the C coin is the only thing that is selected now, and that's what we want to do. We want to select only that item. So what we're gonna do is zoom back out. We're gonna move it to where it's the A. So I'm gonna click on the move tool. So in order for me to move it, okay, I need to select the move tool. And then I'm gonna click, hold it, and I'm gonna drag it out to A, right? Now, make sure it falls into place there, okay? The other thing here is that we need to go ahead and select a second item, but in order to do that, we need to deselect this one. And you gotta make sure you remember this. You have to deselect. So go to select, deselect, okay? And that's good now. So now let's go ahead and move into our next item here, which is some coral reef right here. So this one we're gonna use what is called the object selection. So last one we did quick selection. This one is object selection. So with this one, you would have to create a box around the item. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click. So the cross should be fully inside. Okay, so that means that the center cross needs to be on the object itself because it recognizes it. So if you have it here, it's not going to recognize it, but you have it here, it will. So once that cross is on the object, you let go, and it's supposed to select everything around it. Okay, so we see that it also selected some of the background here. So we have to subtract that from what is selected. Okay, so there's options up here. So this first one is replace, this one is unite, this one subtract, this one says intersect. So what we're gonna do is we want to subtract that area from the selected area. So we're gonna go and click on subtract, and then we're gonna go ahead and draw a box, okay, around that white area, making sure that that cross is on the white. Once you have it just like this, and that entire white area that is there that's selected is inside the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and let go. Okay, and so what that did is eliminated that area, so we subtracted from what's originally selected, if that makes sense. Okay, I know this part was left like that. We'll just leave that alone for now. Okay, now that the entire thing is selected, okay, now we're going to go ahead and move, but let's zoom out so we can see the entire thing there. I'm gonna click go, select, deselect. Now, okay. Now we're gonna go on to move to this one right here. This one we're gonna be using the ellipse select. So the ellipse select, we're gonna draw a circle that goes around the object, right? It's a good circle, so we're gonna draw a circle around it like an oval shape. So for this one thing you have to use, and you can't see it on my screen, but it is, I'm gonna hold down this space bar. It's on the keyboard, the space bar, the big key. Okay, what that allows you to do, and I'm gonna hold it down in a second. Here we go. I'm holding down the space bar, and I'm allowed to move. I'm holding down the space bar, so I'm allowed to move the circle wherever I want. When I let go, I'm back to adjusting the size. Hold it down, I'm able to move it, and then let go, I'm able to adjust the size. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get the height and the width of the circle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I created some of the circle. I'll start over again. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start over again. I'm gonna hold down the space bar, and I'm going to align the top of my circle with the top of the object. Once I've aligned it, so that means they're aligned, they're right on top of each other, I'm gonna go ahead and let go of the space bar, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move the bottom part and match it up with the bottom part right here. Okay, so it looks good. So I matched it up the height wise, right? That's the height. Now we need to get the width. So to get the width, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna match it up on the left hand side. I'm gonna let go of my space bar, and then I'm gonna go ahead and expand it to the right. Okay, so if you need to adjust, hold down the space bar, adjust the circle. Once you have everything inside that circle, you let go of your mouse, and there you have it. Okay, so the entire time you have to hold on to your mouse or the trackpad so that you're able to move it. So now with the move tool, I'm gonna go ahead and select it, move it into the C here, and then once you're done, deselect. Deselect. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna get into this one. For this one, we're gonna go ahead and use a magnetic lasso. Magnetic lasso, if you guys remember last time we used it on the flower assignment, we're gonna click on the edge of it, and we're gonna take our time, let it understand what edge we want. So I'm just going slowly so that it picks up the edges that I want. If you go move too fast, it's gonna miss parts of it, and you don't wanna do that. Now, once you get to the beginning where you started, you're gonna get to that first box, and I'm gonna click once. Now, some computers, you have to double tap twice, okay? So it selects it. So right now it's selected. What I need to do is I need to go ahead and move it. So I'm gonna click on the move tool. Before I do this, once I click on the move tool, you're gonna get this option for controls option. If I have the check mark on, I'm able to see this box, okay? And with this box here, I'm able to move my mouse around, and I could click and rotate it. I could change the size, basically the transforms, right? So I can make it small. I could rotate it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make sure this is check marked, and we're gonna go ahead and move it up to its spot. All right, it goes here, but as you notice, yes, we have to rotate this. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my mouse to the corner here, click, hold it, let it rotate. Now if you hold down the shift key, you're able to do it in increments of 15 degrees, and then move it into place here. Once it's into place, you're gonna go select, deselect. Now we got one more here. we're gonna use the same tool. Magnetic lasso select, click on the edge. We get to the beginning, click once. There's the object, move tool. You don't have to rotate this one. All you need to do is just move it onto here. Alright, now we got this last one thing here, and it's a screw, and we're gonna go ahead and place it right here, but we need to go ahead and move it out. So one thing we need to do with this one is we're gonna use we're gonna use the ellipse select, just how we did with the other circle. But we know that it's a perfect circle, so we're gonna go ahead and hold down the shift key. So in order to make a perfect circle, hold down the shift key and it makes a perfect circle. So once again, you start drawing, right? Hold down the shift key and it makes a perfect circle. Now I need to move it. So while holding down the shift key, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hold down the space bar. So I'm able to go ahead and place it, and look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna place that circle right over that. It was the same size as I wanted, so it's perfect. Okay, otherwise I could let go of the space bar and readjust while holding the shift key. I know this is a little bit troublesome, but try to do your best. Once you get it to size, you're gonna let go of everything. You're gonna click on the move tool, and then for this one we need to resize this, so we're gonna go ahead and click on one of the corners there, resize it, and then we're gonna move it right into the corner here. Once that is set, there's a check mark on the top right hand corner there. Okay, and then we're gonna go layer, deselect, select, deselect. There it goes. Okay, so I want you guys gonna go ahead and export this. I'm gonna go file, export as PNG, save it, and then you're gonna submit it into the assignment.